Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you clicked on this video, this is going to be a message from the Rose of Venus. I felt a strong pull to do a reading on these energies, and so I'll explain a little bit about what the Rose of Venus is. So the Rose of Venus is this geometric pattern that is formed by the orbital path that the planet Venus makes as it moves around the sun. And it's a continuous thing that happens over and over again, but it takes 8 years for Venus to complete this pattern. So it takes 13 orbits, and it creates a 5-pointed star or a pentagram. That's what it looks like to us from here on Earth. So symbolically, this pattern is associated to love and harmony, the sacred feminine, and the interconnectedness of the cosmos. And the fact that this is something that occurs over and over again and it takes 8 years to complete, I feel like there is a message of persistence here as well. So it happens when Venus is retrograding. So this cycle started in 2020, I believe June of 2020, and it will end in 2028. And they happen when Venus retrogrades. And so I feel like this one thing I want to touch on is the persistentness, but also the need to reflect, which I think is very important to mention with retrograde planets. Often a big one is Mercury going retrograde. A lot of people panic about that. But there is this need to reflect on whatever that energy that the planet is associated with. So, for instance, Mercury in retrograde, you reflect on communication with people. So that's why oftentimes you'll see people, or you'll hear people saying that past relationships, past people that they've dated tend to come back, right? So there's like something there that is unresolved that needs to be resolved. So retrograde planets are not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a time to reflect on our growth. Are we actually growing? Do the same patterns keep repeating? And if so, then we're not doing the work to move beyond that. And so so it takes 8 years for the Rose of Venus to make the pattern that looks like a rose but also a pentagram. And with the pentagram, I feel like this is a message of being connected to all the elements, right? Because the pentagram is associated to all the elements, and finding balance in all of those elements. So it takes 8 years to create this pattern, and consists of 13 orbits and creates a 5-pointed star in the sky. So the number 8, the number 5, and then number 19 could be significant. And the next time that Venus does go retrograde will be October of next year, 2026, October 4th, and then it will go direct on November 14th in the sign of Libra. And when it goes retrograde, it will be in the sign of Scorpio. And I feel like I need to mention this because I feel like this might be a significant moment in time for us as a collective, and I don't necessarily know why that might be, but I do feel called to mention that. I might be mentioning this too because for some people watching this, that might be a pivotal time for you. So I'm really feeling like maybe you've broken a cycle and it's time to really receive some things that you have been calling in. So a lot of balance coming in for you guys. Because again, usually retrogrades are about contemplating and reflecting on past behaviors, but I feel like you guys have really done that. You've done the work, and so that particular retrograde won't affect you as much. So yeah, okay. I'm going to be using a number of decks for this reading, and I'll go ahead and put them in the description box below. I'm going to prepare the cards right now, so if this isn't something you guys particularly want to watch, I will put a timestamp down below of when the reading will actually begin, and you can just go ahead and click on that and watch the reading. But right now I'm going to go ahead and do the cards. So I'm going to get these prepared and then we'll just get into the reading. So what? Oh, that's the... Okay. What messages does the Rose of Venus have for the people watching this? Rose of Venus have for those watching us. As I'm doing this, I definitely feel like a big shift in energy. A big shift in energy, like coming out of chaos into a much more serene kind of energy. I wanted to get only 2. 4 came out, but we will go ahead and keep them because I'm going to trust that those are messages that somebody needs to hear. I think we're almost done. We have 2 more piles here to do. I think I'll get 4 of these. I feel like that one wants to come out. Looks like we're getting a... Okay. We'll take those. And then I do think I'll do some tarot. But I think I'll wait to the end to do the tarot. We'll go ahead and look at these cards. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into this. We'll go ahead and start with the Rose Oracle, and we have the Fertile Void, Inner Winter, Rest, Patience, Potency, Secret Beginnings. Which is interesting because the Rose of Venus does start on a retrograde, and we were just talking about how retrogrades are kind of a time to reflect, a time for patience, and also a time for rest. I didn't mention that, but it is a time for rest, a time for introspection. We also have the Sacred Waters, nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. So yeah, there's definitely a big theme here of rest. So maybe this could be why I felt drawn to do this reading from the Rose of Venus. It's because some of you need to hear that there's a huge nudge to rest. I feel like when you do take the time to rest, certain messages are going to come through for you guys. With Inner Winter here, it's making me think of Samhain. To me, that's a very sacred time to kind of reflect on the year's events and to really rest and to kind of just be in tune with Earth. I'm really sensing that this is going to be a very potent time for you guys, and I really feel like it is during these last months of the year. There's a need for stillness, I'm hearing. And that stillness is going to replenish you. So some of you might, and I just saw 1555. Some of you might feel like you don't have the time to rest, but I think that a big message coming through with the Rose of Venus energy is that you do have the time to rest. Like, the Rose of Venus is a consistent energy, but there's also times where it pauses, right? It goes backwards. And what's interesting is Venus, it rotates very slowly, much slower than Earth does. So a day on Venus is longer than a day on Earth. A Venus day lasts for 243 Earth days, or 5,832 hours. And when I read that, to me, that said, I do have the time. So there's a need to reframe this idea that you don't have enough time to do it, and instead replacing that notion that you don't have enough time with, actually, I do have the time. And Venus also moves backwards. It rotates backwards. So there's a need. So there may be a need to reverse the way you might do things. I'm feeling like there's a need to kind of reorganize how you do things. Because I feel like maybe there's like this almost like mundane feeling happening. And so reorganizing how you might do things could kind of reset. Like, I'm hearing reset. Hit the reset button. But overall, with these first two cards, there's definitely a need to rest. And I feel like there's a need to say that you do have the time to rest. You do have the time to rest. We have fire element with I ignite the fire within me that connects me to the divine. We have spark of divine. I reignite the divine spark within me and recognize I am part of all creation. And we have balance. So yeah, I really feel like there's a balance coming in for you guys. And I think that you're going to see it. Like, you're fully going to be in this balance 1 year from now. I understand and embrace the opposing forces in life that bring about balance. And I think that's what you guys are realizing. Like, you're learning to let go and trust. And a lot of you could be learning that it's okay to rest and take time for yourself. That things will naturally work out for you if you just put your trust into the universe. But also, this might be something that you guys need to hear for some of you. But yeah. And I think there's with the rest, when you take the time out to rest and kind of connect, you will reignite something within you, because you're allowing yourself time to actually sit with your thoughts. So like, maybe this is a call to maybe meditate more, so that you are connecting on a deeper level. I feel like there's something that you guys are not aware of yet. It's kind of coming through in chapters, chapters. But something is definitely going to reignite if you just give yourself the chance to be still. I feel like you guys have done shadow work. I'm feeling a very good balance of light and dark here, and masculine and feminine. And it's interesting because with this orbit, you know, the pattern that Venus makes, it's with the sun. So the sun is masculine and Venus is feminine. So I feel like there's a really good balance of masculine and feminine here. So actually I think I'll leave these. Let's go ahead and look at these. So astral travel, caution needed. And we have cosmic ancestors, voice your concerns. So I feel like there are messages trying to come through, but because you guys are not able to be still enough, they're not coming. They're not able to make it to you. I think that you guys know that you are connected to something bigger, and some of you might be able to astral travel pretty easily. But for others who may want to do this and can't, it's because you're not giving yourself permission to be still enough. But if astral travel isn't relevant to you, I definitely feel like you guys are connected to the source, and you guys do get messages in one way or another. Yeah, we have retreat here. So there's definitely just a huge, I think what this energy ultimately wants you to know is it is safe to rest. It's safe to rest. It's safe to just go and do something, because if you put your trust in the universe that it's all going to work out in your highest good and your highest favor, it will. And I really strongly feel like there's a need to connect to nature. to nourish yourself in nature. Butterflies could be significant for you guys, especially blue or orange. But this imagery is very serene. It's very welcoming. And I really feel like this is the energy. Like, I feel like the energy for you guys right now is like teetering on like kind of still stuck in that like chaotic energy a little bit, but not a ton. It's like teetering on a breakthrough, and this breakthrough is going to propel you into this. We have Divas, and I forget what this card is, but it's a powerful card. I know that. I think it's like the all, maybe, or let me see. Okay, so yeah. So it says master your own energy, take appropriate action, and the Devas are highly evolved nature spirits that make their way across all realms. And I really feel like with astral travel and the cosmic ancestors that you guys are able to tap into other realms. So this might be confirmation that this is something you guys are able to do. Every part of the world is alive with nature spirits. Divas, I'm just going to say divas, are found in water. And what's funny is we do have the Sacred Waters here card as well. So being near water could be triggering for you or healing. Are found in water, fire, trees, and crystals. And interesting, because we have the fire element here as well. So fire gazing might be important for you guys as well. You guys could be water dominant and fire dominant, which could create an imbalance, right? Because typically water puts out fire. So this could be, and we do have the word health here. So there could be like a replenishment to do with your health, like learning to balance these energies, because if you don't have enough fire, then there's a lack of energy, right? So maybe you guys are learning to balance these energies, these two opposing energies, but these two very strong energies. Because water is an enormous force. These intelligent beings follow the law of karma, manipulating energy around our thought patterns to achieve specific results. And like I was saying, I really do feel like you guys are mastering this. So I really feel like you guys are definitely using manifestation, understanding the laws of attraction, understanding learning to let go and just go with the flow. Divas are masters of energy and encourage you now to master your own. Learn about your reactivity to issues and events. Gain greater insight into your being. What are you putting out into the universe? So yeah, I feel like you guys definitely have done a lot of reflecting on your behaviors and your role in the things that have unfolded in your life, and are moving past that into really really more beautiful and serene times, more aligned with that energy of Venus, right? More aligned with the pentacle, the pentagram, the pentacle, the pentagram, a very balanced energy. Moving into love, I feel like you guys are doing things with more love, not being so reactive, and looking for the pockets of beauty, the moments of beauty, taking time to enjoy the small things. And if this isn't something you're already doing, then this is a message to do that. Ask the Divas for help with this task so you can move through life's changes with ease. The Divas have made themselves known to you and encourage you to work with the energy of crystals to turn your thoughts and actions into positive processes. Working with crystal Divas can align you with the vibration suited towards the shift you are looking for or physically working on. Right now, you are being guided to connect to all Divas of the earth realms. Take a gentle walk through the bushland or gardens. Visit ponds, lakes, or streams. Spend time connecting to the breath of nature. Communicating with Divas in this way supports a positive lifestyle. And yeah, I think I touched on that a little bit with this card. Connecting to nature and being out in nature, being near water, I think is very significant as well. Planting and nurturing your own garden in pots or in soil creates a happy space for Divas to play in. Creating a happy relationship with the Divas encourages them to work in your favor when you request their assistance. The Crystal Diva of Clear Quartz is asking you to connect to Crystal Kingdom. Clear Quartz is a master healing crystal. It has the potential to work on any condition or illness. Interesting. So here we have illness, and we have health again in that card. So I feel like slowing down too could be very beneficial for your nervous system. Yeah. Let's see. Known as the Stone of Power, it amplifies the energy and intentions around it. This crystal diva supports daily affirmation and mantras with positive energy. And there's a prayer here. To the 7 great rishis, I ask you to liberate my soul's consciousness so I can live a life of peace, love, and happiness. So that is what that card is all about. And we do have the card of change here too, which I think is interesting. I really think you guys are drawing in a huge, monumental shift. I really do. And I really feel strongly like I'm, and these trees here, it's making me think of Samhain again. And Samhain is a time to just really exist, just exist. And I do feel like there are messages that are going to come in from your ancestors around Samhain as well. And it is a time to connect to our ancestors. But for some reason specifically, I'm feeling like there is something that is trying to come through for you guys. I really do. Maybe this is, you know what? This is your ancestors letting you know that they are there for you. If you tell them what you need, they will assist you. And I'm really strongly getting the feeling like Samhain is a time for you guys to just really relax, to ease into this rest energy, self-care, nourishment, replenishment. The sun is kind of eclipsed a little bit. So this could be I don't know. There's I don't know what it is, but there's definitely something mysterious coming through. There is some kind of information that's good at be coming through for you guys. So pay attention. Like if you hear certain like a song lyrics and you feel connected to those, it's for a reason. Or if you watch a movie and you feel really connected to the message of that movie, that's meant for you. Those are just a few examples, but secret beginnings here. Secret beginnings. This is a huge metamorphosis. So I feel like too, like there's something you guys have been manifesting or working toward, and it feels like it's taking quite a long time to get to that. But there's a need to be patient. It's unfolding. It really, really is. And it's going to be bigger than you could ever imagine. Because with this retreat card, the energy, and so some of you could be moving near water, near the ocean. You could be moving to your dream location, and this could be a brand new beginning for you, a total and complete shift of energies that align more with who you are. I'm really feeling that. But these little, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, these spirals on here, they make me think of like ancient wisdom. And we do have this card of sacred wisdom here. So I think there's just something that you guys are going to be connecting back to. That is, I'm hearing it's going to free you. It's going to free you. So we have the card of believe. So I think I'm hearing just believe it's already yours. Believe it's yours. That's it. Believe it's yours. Talk to your ancestors. Give them your worries. Ask for their guidance. Tell them exactly what you need. And they will help. We have balance again. So yes, I really think like there is a beautiful balance. And we have the number 4 here, and Venus does go retrograde on the 4th of October in 2026. So I really feel like October of 2026 is going to be very significant for you guys. But there's absolutely, look, we have, I understand and embrace the opposing forces in life that bring about balance. I think you guys are understanding this more than ever. So we have going forward. And again, this is kind of the same imagery, right? I feel like you guys are going to end up in a place like this. Just really serene, very green, very colorful. It pops. It's very bright. Like this is the energy that you guys embody. But also, like, you're gonna end up somewhere like this. I feel like this is what you are drawing in. And yes, you have the card of thriving. You guys are gonna thrive. This is what you guys are stepping into. This is what Venus wants you to know. That this is like the next chapter is gonna be one of the best chapters of your life. So you guys could end up maybe in Africa even. But I am feeling a big move. Not only a big shift energetically, but a big shift in moving. So, oh gosh, yeah. The edge of evolution feels messy. So like I said, like, oh, this is kind of the shape that the Rose of Venus makes. So that's really interesting. So the edge of evolution feels messy. And yes, like I was saying, I feel like there's a precipice here. There's like, it's like a feeling of, is this, like you can feel that it's going to happen, but it isn't happening. And I'm seeing 4, 4, 4, 4 on the clock right now. And this is 4. There's a balance here, a major balance that is coming. But we're not quite shifted out of the messy part of it. But this is evolutionary. This is huge. This is I can't even express it enough when I say a huge shift. Bravely market your magic. So I feel like there are things that you guys hold within yourselves that you might want to present to the world, or you might want to share with the world. And I think this is just confirmation to do so. Make a mission statement for your soul. And I feel like this is something that you guys have already done. But if not, what is your mission statement for your soul? What is going to propel you to this, right? Put it out into existence, into the ethers, and pretend it's already yours, because it is. Shift the way to new potential. And yeah, and I think you guys are doing this. And again, if you're not, shifting how you think. Again, I'll give the example that I gave in the beginning. Shifting from, I don't have enough time, or, oh my gosh, it's almost already yada yada, right? Instead of thinking in those terms, saying to yourself, actually, I do have the time. I do have enough time. So I heard this, and ever since I did hear this, I've been doing this myself. What if I, I can't think of a good example right now, but okay, maybe I can. What if this does go good? Instead of thinking of all the ways it could go wrong, what if it does go good? So shift the way to a new way of being. Because I strongly feel for whoever is watching this, you are trying to manifest a life that feels balanced, that feels beautiful, that feels loving, that feels really fulfilling, really good to exist in. Wow, you are magic. So whoever watching this, there's something magical about you, okay? And I really think that meditation is probably a very useful and good tool for you. But also, again, I cannot reiterate this enough, resting and just flowing, just existing. And trying not to worry about the next thing on the to-do list. And I know that's much easier said than done, but saying to yourself, what if I just take the time to rest? And then doing it. And then asking the universe, asking spirit, asking your ancestors to help ease whatever you need eased, right? And then gratitude again is the last card here. So holding that space for gratitude, I think, is in very important. And again, we kind of have this shape here that kind of symbolizes the Rose of Venus. This one is more so, but gratitude. So even if you are only able to get one thing done off your to-do list, as an example, being grateful that you were able to accomplish that. Or just gratitude for the very simplest of things, So think I am gonna get some tarot just to kind of tie up. And I think what I will do is I will see what energy will you be in a year from now. What does this Venus, Rose of Venus energy want you to know where you're going to be a year from now? If you can learn to rest and just trust in the process, trust in the universe, where will you end up? No. I might just end it here. We have the 10 of Cups. So it's like the ultimate happiness right there, guys. The absolute ultimate happiness. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is like, come on. Yeah, that's, I feel like you guys will be in a very, very loving, nurturing, balanced, relaxed, and enjoyable energy. This is good fortune. This is reaping the rewards of the work that you've done on an emotional level. This is, for some of you, meeting like your counterpart who is all the things you've been hoping and dreaming for. This is like divine connection, I'm hearing. Wow. Yeah, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is stability. The Seven of Pentacles. Yes, reaping what? Yes, I definitely feel, and yes, okay, yes. Stability, love, balance, enjoying beautiful things, beautiful energy, beautiful people, being able to rest. Being able to rest and not worry. That's what's coming in for you guys. On the top of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. And I liken the Queen of Swords to somebody, like, this is the energy of all the queens, right? The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. This is somebody who's been through a lot of shit and has come out on the other side of it all stronger and balanced. She embodies all the energies of the queens, and she's not someone to be messed with. So I really feel like this is you. And again, we have this imagery of butterflies. So this metamorphosis that has taken place over and over and over again. And this is the end result. Right here, the 10 of Cups. The ultimate fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. I think that's a really beautiful reading, and I hope that it was helpful to somebody in some way. If you would like to leave a comment below, I would really like to hear what you have to say about this reading. If it resonated with you, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.